Hands vermilion, start of 5, bright cotillion, ravens dive, nightshades promise, spirits strive. To the living, let now the dead come alive. As a magic wonder, mad of fright, rives asunder man's delight, our ghost, our corpse, and we rise to be. As flies the lizard, serpent fell, as goblin wizard at the spell, the buried, dead and slain rise again.
What's happening to them?
I don't know.
They're dying!
No, they're already dead. They can't feel a thing.
That's not true! Look at them!
That's enough now. Can you stop this? Both of them.
It's too late, Charles. Sorry.
Yo, 6 cents, beats, 1333. You are the resistance, bear witness. Harmonic heart waves killing earthquakes in Haiti. Christian groups going down there and stealing babies. The Norway stargates when you open your eyes. The same day Obama wins a Nobel Peace Prize. A Russian missile test show, I bet. And Putin's reps didn't call terrorists and threats to the president from Usa'ara. And even back to the Sumerian drama. The Elohim battles with the Seraphim. The Exogen, mitochondria mixing with Nephilim. Subatomic alchemy that's learned from Abraham. Ingesting elements like Moses. And in the desert sands on the way to the promised land, yo, I expand. Fiery pillars come back from the ancients to remember. To dismember, you remember that the air is getting thinner. Like doing expeditions on Everest, I'm holding my breath. The capstone has come down, let's do this heaven sent. Planet pyramid, Joe, that has to be the project. Elliptic solosis, the verbal sun, the temple tablet. Psycho civilization codes and calendar collapses. Cosmic breath from the bliss, it's celestial tangents. Defines the wings of aura, purifying my aura in the waters of the lake Tinkanaka. Traveling at light speed to Babylon. Reach the apex, so the sky is gone. Speaking in tongues, it's the tetragrammatron. The astronomers that actually assimilate the Aquarian date. The anthropologists argue over and probably wait. Mystical metaphors made the matrix to mythology. Verify my vision shapes the astrotheology. Rigelian Lyrian ancestors mix the primate. Negative blood Dracian activates. That integrates the pineal stargate. So now you're gonna see the power. 6 cents like nanothermite bombs in the Twin Towers. Mix monatomic Moses powers from mana. Break the rules from the gods with agnostic powers. These average internet rappers is cowards. They hide behind the keyboards, get devoured by the solar rain shower. We are the resistance, bear witness. Beast 1333 and 6 cents. We are the resistance, bear witness. Beast 1333 and 6 cents.
Destruction of the populace, the people running from the quake. Apocalyptic devastation from the earth's tectonic plates. Bones to break and burst through skin. Rubble crush in 2010. The sky is changing colors when it shakes. The quakes are made by men. Off the top I point the heart, testing the technologies. And this is just the first of more to come. There's a psychology, the panic in the masses. Globally they spank and lash our asses. Gadgets causing gashes is disastrous, but time will pass as Chileans and Haitians. They patients attack dispensaries. The veil has to be lifted from eyes covered for centuries, presenting Copernicus' services and hypotheses. He's morphological, biological type of Noah species. Volcanic activity triples, die from a seismic wave. Propagation of energy ripples, frying crime slaves. This is the age, we must break out the cage. Channeling our rage, I'm center stage, the coming of an age. Time to disengage your brain away from nemesis. Deprogramming specialists is 6 cents and 1333. Rhyme supremo vicious, we are the resistance. I insist that we the most consistent. Your whole world could change in the moment's notice. Listen, relativistic particles at an altitude above the surface. Photonic integration of flying light. Particles murk us. My name's the same as anagram. They crush and sniff lorazepam. Muscle relaxation, anti-convulsive, smuggle contraband. Strategic intelligence, sociological experiments have culminated in having predetermined American presidents that sediment in glaciers dating back to the Triassic. Mass extinction level events of all the social classes. Gonna roast their asses. Our blood is flowing thick like old molasses. They monitor our comings and goings with easy passes. Chemo zombies. They rape and torturing like Babu Mugabe. International banking cartels from Abu Dhabi. Fifth column, modern day Sodom, convert Gomorrah. Ancient Polynesians were murdered in Bora Bora. Repeat the Torah, they in control the tribe of Moses. Inhale deeply the fragrance of all they poison hoses.
Listen thee, O man, to the voice of wisdom. Listen to the voice of Thoth the Atlantean. Freely I give to thee of my wisdom gathered from the time and space of this cycle. Master of mysteries.
I'm at the threshold of eternity. In the halls where time dissolves like sand. Hieroglyphs and starlight sparkling where mortal meets the grand. You hear this rhyme, it's veiled. They judge your heart, I hope it's solemn. As Anubis guards the gate with a skill in between the columns. Weight against the feather, echoes against crystals within chambers. Silver cord is severed, souls reborn in grace beside the angels. Walls of breathing whispers, forgotten epochs of the past. Akashic records etched, cosmic Christ within you has a blast. Wisdom come abound, see Thoth as he write in illuminescent. Think the astral sea, souls that are sailing across in perfect sync. The emerald flames, Christ the greatest Hermes, nigga say his name. As Mott's feather, God's the way, embrace the luminous terrain. Simple and plain, the alchemy is transmutation at its core. Where seekers tread the path of enlightenment, knowledge is galore. And then I saw the cosmic quill, y'all people know the deal. Now I'm weaving verses from the ancient wonders, cause I'm ill. The master, guiding the way from life unto life. Yo pastor, son of the morning, power the night. Walk faster, forever neath the sand where wisdom's plenty. I'm empty, I'm ready to enter halls of a minty. Alabaster halls where moonlight is dripping down like gold. The alchemy unfolds its secrets of the stories yet untold. Mercury's elixir, quicksilver, riddles etched in dust. Transmutate your base desires in the astral skies and such. It's really not too much to Eurobora coils, devouring its tail. Initiates the seeking illusions of truth beyond the veil. That's all and well, the lotus blossom blooms, the petals kissed by Ra. Each unfurling wisdom is sacred, the syllables is I. In the stillness of the waters, reflections they merge and blend. Cause in destiny's eternal spin, redemption's found within the serpent's spine of flame. Ignite your spirit, claiming this is not a game. From earthly clay to stardust, then back to earthly clay again. My kundalini rising where infinity holds sway. Unlock the doors made of lapis lazuli and guide the way. Stellar architects, no blueprint, scope galaxies from thought. Etched in a nebula, where all my cosmic visions are sought. The master, guiding the way from life unto life. Yo pastor, son of the morning, power the night. Walk faster, forever neath the sand where wisdom's plenty. I'm empty, I'm ready to enter halls of a mentee. May these verses resonate this cosmic symphony through space. And my apologies for those of you that's lost without a trace. This music's not for you, the teachings here contain the for the chosen few. Sometimes the music finds a way, it has a way of choosing you. An ever shifting, uplifting kaleidoscope of wonder. Zephyrus the Chronos unfurling the scrolls asunder. Mortal tongues can't name them, no earthly map can find a place. A threshold beckons, a shimmering bridge appears in your face. From the Nile to Orion, the Fiji, this triple dose. Gravity divide, I cannot be contained, I move within a host. Is he a ghost? No wisdom's grace or knowledge ever could suffice. I'm bringing free, why you remaining behind and in a vice? I'm just as nice since day one. Appoint the sequel, mega giant constructs. We're flying Vimanas they sent from Zeta. Keep the cosmic key within to unlock the gates. Ain't no fitting in the halls of a mentee with entry strictly forbidden.
Free from the body, I flashed through the night. Unlocked at last for me was a star space. Now to the end of space, saw thy wisdom, far beyond knowledge of finite man and man.
This is run by a group of elite families.
Welcome to the new world order where you can't buy or sell without the mark of the beast. Yo, we inside of hell, better watch out now when you say this crap under the National Defense Authorization Act. They wanna send us to Guantanamo Bay for life. Fuck that, I'll do whatever it takes to fight and educate young teens when I touch the pen. Make them aware, class warfare, the 1% elite. Privately pay off politicians, placing puppets into power. Manifesting royalty from their dimension into ours. Snakes with divine right to rule. The timeline was skewed by Rothschild, Jews, pimp slap the Queen of England. I will hang a bitch, yank her skin. Follow Ben Bernanke with the chloroform handkerchief. David B. Goliath, they descended from the Nephilim. My music is a slingshot that's aimed at all the rest of them. World War III, I will be prepared while the rest of you is stuck in the FEMA camps. Paranoid, man, I try not to breathe the air, cause I look up in the sky and I see the trails and the chemicals are various. The cyanide and barium, the drinking water's full of fluoride, corrosive additives. You think a few dudes wearing turbans are the terrorists, but what about the banks that bankrupted Americans?
But there's a reason. There's a reason. There's a reason for this. There's a reason education sucks. And it's the same reason that it will never, ever, ever be fixed. It's never going to get any better. Don't look for it. Be happy with what you got. Because the owners of this country don't want that. I'm talking about the real owners now. The real owners, the big wealthy business interests that control things and make all the important decisions. Forget the politicians. The politicians are put there to give you the idea that you have freedom of choice. You don't.
The end's approaching, and you can feel it in your marrow as the window that I got to speak. These things becoming narrow, I would never leave you. They've been planning this for us since ancient Hebrew. The people assume I use the cross when they depict the Hebrew. Yes, never population numbers dwindle back to zero. Barack Hussein Obama's face on watermarked. Them arrows down like crumble, stacking them and bundles burn to keep us warm. No physicists and physicists or counsel to keep us informed. There's no respect, they taxing us to heck and tap my worthless checks. Children will be born in a near future that won't have a sex. A patch of skin, ain't no reproduction. And the next to kin, let's break down these walls of oppression like we in West Berlin. Assemble fighters, improvise explosive torch, 1,000 lighters, biochemical airborne agents, inhale encephalitis. Life to casket is the answered question every time I ask it. They sugarcoat and every time Afghanistan disasters, rapes and murders, walking over mass graves of slaughtered Kurdish sky guards that swoop down from the heavens, facial features British. Who controls you? There's been many other times I told you. You still pollute your lungs with all them cancer sticks they sold you. You still a follower and let the media control you. They influence your thinking with the programming they show you. They own your mother, own your children, own your life and whiz. This was Beast 13, 33 and Bobby Briz.
They own everything. They got you by the balls.
Bobby Briz.
It's a big club, and you ain't in it.
Beast 1333.
It's called the American Dream, because you have to be asleep to believe it.
Respect us.
It's called the American Dream, because you have to be asleep to believe it.
Expect us.
It's called the American Dream, because you have to be asleep to believe it.
We are the resistance.
In Sumeria, he was Baal. In Egypt, Set. In Persia, Aaron. In China, he was chief of the warlocks called Wu. There is always the dark god, the fallen god. There's always...
Pluck out the eyes of the fallen king. Lucifer, the light and God, he clipped my wings, took my rings, cast me down to earth among these human things. Fuming strings, angels at the heart possessing human skins. Moving in, fornicate with women, living human sin. I begin to notice that this change is happening within. Unrelated patron deities is known to never win. People's souls, solar coast, the false gods, they play their role. Beelzebub and demonology attacks your self-control.
Their greatest rival, a Canaanite thunder god, Prince Baal, became the demon Baal, first among the ranks of the fallen, who was said to appear as a man.
Celestial pole intersects the axis of celestial sphere. When you gaze upon their magnificence, it'll scorch your tears. Eyes are near, quick as a flash, it's clear they disappear. Gaze upon me too long and you'll end up with your vision seared. Gasping on, I'm moving the muscle is not to interfere. You will learn to conjure solely based on will to persevere. My name is Baal, the demon god, the first one was sent, you see. Chaos rules the universe, there's never nothing meant to be. Never I pretend to be, never false portrayals, human sacrilege. Time for the lifting above the veil, the setting above the sail. Leave my body as I take the trip. I have slept 3 nights in the moon inside a hidden crypt. I have desecrated graves. In my shrine you'll find the skulls. I have mutilated animals and fed their minds to gods. Living as a human's doll, cause I'm hollow, never full. Since my father cast me out, living human has been some bull. Just want my place back. Actually so bad I taste that. My father's love and reverence, nothing can help me replace that. #1 angel from way back, but he loved the earthlings more. My name is Orin, I have witnessed countless death and faceless gore. Tasted horse, condemned to walk the earth like them a bag of flesh. Every 40 years I change the host to keep my body fresh. That's how demons hit refresh, casually and walk the street, disgusted by the fact that I'm carnal and sentient. Blinking me, stinking feet, my eating, my digestion, defecation. I'm cursed to live as human for the length of the duration.
Without falsehood, certain and most true, that that which is above is like to that which is below, and that which is below is like to that which is above.
Ponder deep the implications. I am stranded, no escaping in this timeline. These simpletons, simply they call me Satan. Yo, they really think I'm chilling and lamping, ruling in hell, when the fact is that I'm walking among them. Can't stand the smell and fuck, that's so loud. When they come to speaking, always so loud. They breath stink. How the fuck they make my father so proud? Watching from a low cloud, peeping and he sees me too. If he wanted me dead, I would have been that already, boo. The lies that people putting into place would make you vomit chunks. If you ever gave it a taste, this planet that's full of punks. The species is lost and every day it's looking sad. Why don't you punish them like you punish me? Won't answer that. Now I want to get them back, just like you did bad to me. You could have done it different. This ain't the way that it had to be. Have a conversation every night, but always you stay silent. Even when I roam the street or I'm taking a life in violence, there's never been any guidance.
This mysterious psychic ocean was not the exclusive property of any individual human being. It was a dimension shared by all of us. Here were the mysterious man-created gods, which Hermes Trismegistus had written about so long ago. And here were the demons of King Solomon's brass.
How often have I heard people say to me, I want to be a demonologist, just like you. What do I have to do to become a demonologist? Well, the truth of the matter is this. I never became a demonologist. I was born a demonologist. Just as people are born to be
I don't know why, but the moment I was born, they had eyes on me. Stench of sulfur in the room, they disguised on me. Soon as a person drops and dies, others rise, know me. 1333, spit that wise only. God's on me, devils in the details. I witness apparitions versus orbs of lightning streaking off and changing their position. Since a little kid, I tried to tell my mom I had these feelings. I was seeing shadow figures move quickly across the ceiling. There was one night, she didn't believe me what I was saying. Then the door slammed shut by itself. The demons was playing. They speak in the vilest words in Latin, consecrated incantations, flowing black as Satan satin, speaking tongues and combinations never heard before. Black spiders across the floor. The more I got scared, the stronger they grew, coming back for more. I hated, in fact, deplore the energies when they shift. My body lifts as I sleep, sit adrift. I'm cursed with a gift. My gift's a curse. Every single night I feel it getting worse. I was born a demonologist, been sensitive since birth. A demonologist, like Edward and Lorraine. My sensitivity increases on a new moon when it rains. I'm a demonologist, the one they calling for a haunting. At an exorcism, teasing the demon, screaming and taunting. I was born a demonologist, and this will never change. I'm a conduit, a door to the unusual and strange.
I did not wake up one day and say, I want to be a demonologist. I was born a demonologist.
Record the vox out the blaring SB7 spirit boxes, tapping all across the walls and they fiddling with the locks. My EMF detectors off the scales with diodes at the red. I set a laser grid along the wall and at the foot the bed. The thermal cameras on the tripod. I got my voice recorder, seems my mel meters functioning, all of the gears in order.
The slaughter massacre larger than many murders combined.
I heard a chilling voice, a whisper that interrupted my mind. What is your name?
I'm way too powerful to play into your game. You're all the same.
Reveal yourself to me, you go from which you came.
I am Beelzebub, the Philistine that stench the Lord of Flies till you die.
I am impervious to treachery and lies. I am alive, therefore more powerful than you can never be. When God created us, your jealousy was obvious to see. I see the fallen ones are weak, I hereby spit right in your face. You underestimate my power as human, so here's a taste. My gift's a curse, every single night I feel it getting worse. I was born a demonologist, been sensitive since birth. A demonologist, like Edward and Lorraine. My sensitivity increases on a new moon when it rains. I'm a demonologist, the one they calling for a haunting. At an exorcism, teasing the demon, screaming and taunting. I was born a demonologist, and this will never change. I'm a conduit, a door to the unusual and strange. It is necessary to distinguish demons from the devil. There's a hierarchy of rulers and legions at different levels. When it comes to contact with them, immediately I invoke the universal cosmic positive energy at a stroke of my pen. I am God among the men. I wasn't born a saint, was born a king. They bore me to rule, was also born to reign. I'm he to whom the serpent came, able when he burdened Cain. The barrenness of earth and rock and desert goes for Lord of Flame. Excessive heat and brutal cold's a sign you have a goblin. Almost drained my life energy, leaving the session wobbling. I'm hobbling and squabbling, throttling and fighting to slay the entities and slipped in ectoplasm while demons chanted obscenities. A demonologist, I was born to protect the cattle from the jaws of the wolves that I'm ripping apart in battle. I'm a demonologist, just know my mission's not completed until the entity I'm battling's been utterly defeated. I'm a demonologist.
I knew what the dark side of life was all about because I was born into that life.
Look, I I've been running the venomous streets since about the time that you was a baby that would have shit of the sheet. Ain't no telling that somebody born on the planet already the better than me. There's a reason I earned the title for all of the people that call me the beast. There's a reason the people who listen to beats are the people who making a change. And the reason the music I'm making ain't kicking but making a change in the brain. Always different and never the same. Head of the game, what is my mantra? Beast 1333's gone full contra. Watch out now, you're looking at cunning and running a gun in a cover. Got many a rhyme and many a line, I steady defining a gutter. Removing the mess on the clutter, we better the better, my letter composing. You'll never be mentally ready and willing, revealing my feelings and closing. Your fuckers are faking and posing instead of a mentally healthy. Your brain for the bust the button, you push this only for taking a selfie. This music can make it be wealthy, this music can make it be rich. This music is made, domestic of age for history, son of a bitch.
Presidente Donald Trump fue asesinado hoy de un disparo.
President Donald Trump shot this President Trump shot at close range. The information of Donald Trump.
Rhetorical devices that convey a secret meaning. The things they keeping from us in all those secret meetings, right in front of our faces by divine and holy graces. The knowledge was then passed down and split amongst all the races, and they tried to hide it, break it up and then divide it. It's a miracle that any of us leftovers survived. The people so damn violent, it's the frequency they dialing. Addicted to the chemicals that come along with wildin'. Ain't nobody smiling, cause things is only getting worse. You can always take refuge in this music and this verse. I used to think I was cursed, but now I know that I'm blessed. I'm so healthy and always able to give it my best. I'm focusing on the quest, display of my personality, originality. We're bringing this out of the fatality, lyrical master. Flipping it, ripping it, flipping it, whipping it faster. Let me slow it down for your mumble rap listening bastards. Global masters asked us. My last album was The Rapture, and this one is a post-apocalyptic cryptic chapter. I'm the great adapter, more accepting of the changes, so privy to atrocities and all the global changes. Moral of the story, pleasure and comfort they bore me. You only hurt yourself when your mind is meant to ignore me. I'm a living lesson, think it up and manifesting. I teach myself so many things, no time for sleep or rest, and spit my shit divinely. If you're searching you will find me, but make sure that you're keeping up and never fall behind me. I'm the illest rap guy, holy man like I'm a rabbi. My biggest haters all the saints in heaven and the magi, cause they know I'm special. I get all of God's attention, I'm his mouthpiece and speaker of the house in this dimension. Ain't no need to mention all the ones that tried and perish. The little bit of life you have right now is to be cherished. Templars be the parish, ain't a Templar leave disparage. Relationship between the listener and I's a marriage, ain't no quick divorces. Conversate with higher forces. Just one of my albums, you gon' learn more than your college courses. Ain't no need to panic when life is sinking like Titanic. And organic, feeling manic when planet is so gigantic. Problems microscopic, feel the beauty like the tropics. I would never run out of words or things to say many topics. Careful with the optics. Now there's a camera on your phone, on the front and on the back of it. They don't leave us alone, cause they all up in your home and they track your IP. There's a microchip and debit cards and most of them IDs. They track it and find leads, turn off all location services. The only reason they exist to help further their purposes. The signals cause your nervousness, antenna towers cancerous, and laboratory mice. And now when people know the answer is to turn them off, but we will never do that cause we wired. I marvel at myself how many people I've inspired with these words so flowing from other hip-hop they bestowing. Nutrients in form of dopamine that leave you glowing everywhere you going. You're now a person with a purpose. Instead of choosing cheap thrills every time you go and purchase, this is just the surface. I am astonished by the mass of it. I hope to mold the minds of some of the people and refashion it. You're helping to unfasten it, a safer world, imagine it. Give more power to the women cause the men have damaged. There's so many disadvantages that all stem from aggression and repression. Found progression in all of my self-expression. There must be succession. I must succeed past the baton because I'm also biological, so one day I'll be gone. Let's shepherd these herds of people, leave them thinking for themselves and serve them well. Learn to pity them. We living in the hell global confining cell. They play along but people can't adapt. Nowadays pulled over by police can mean you end up capped or locked up in a trap. Let's snap. Matter of fact, you're the devil's app to eliminate every last one of us. So that's a fact. We need to come together, false pride and ego to the side. Cause the way they monitoring us, there's no place left to hide. Too many lost the bite. That weasel Trump's a fucking joke. If energy reciprocates, his head explodes in puff of smoke.
Back on a current affair, we have Tim Osman live on the ground.
Larry,
yes,
if I may interject.
Go ahead, Tim.
The protesters were there protesting the rescindment of the DACA program for children of arrival of immigrants when Trump was shot to death exiting his motorcade.
La multitud protestaba en defensa de los Dreamers y la decisión del presidente Donald Trump de finalizar el programa DACA.
Don't panic, please. Don't panic. Don't panic. Someone call the doctor. Someone call the ambulance and the doctor and the police. Don't panic, please.
At least 45 people were killed after an Israeli airstrike targeted this camp for displaced Palestinians in western Rafah.
From the pits of despair where darkness holds sway, I see hell's flames burn bright in the light of day, but not up in another realm way beyond our mortal ken. The hell I'm speaking on dwells in the hearts of men, for evil's not a force that's emanating from infernal planes, but a choice that we make, whether pleasure or pain. You see it dwelling in the shadows of our own design. From the darkness within where your demons are signed, I hear the cries of the damned as they echo through the streets, and the cries of the oppressed and the sound of their defeat. I tell you, hell is not a pit where our sinners are cast. It's a state of mind where nothing's right and hope can't last. And even evil's not a beast displaying its horns and claws. It's a dark seed we nurture, we grow it within our flaws, and it thrives within the hearts of the people that we forsake. The light of compassion is missing within these snakes, in the wars that they waging, in the lies that people tell, in their hearts charred and blackened. That's where real darkness dwells. I've seen hell's fire burn bright in the soul's darkest night. See the demons walk amongst us and they're all in plain sight. It's the cruelty that we show when killing the man. These the seeds of our destruction that we sow with our hands. So beware of temptations that may lead you astray, for hell's flames burn bright in the light of day. Man, I ain't talking about brimstone or fire and coal. I'm talking about that raging fire known to burn in your soul. It's the greed and the hatred that tears us apart. It's the poison that we drink that's corrupting the heart. So let us rise above the darkness that we holding within, and let the light of love cleanse us from our filthiest sins. To me, hell's not a place, it's only a state of mind, and evil only exists when living spiritually blind. Let us walk in light, reject the night, and choose love over hate and do what's right. Cause hell's just a choice that we make in a realm full of dreamers where nightmares breed. The actions that we take today indeed curse our seed. In the cathedral of our deepest fears, hell whispers crystal clear, nothing to be scared about. I'll help your demons disappear, firm in the face of all suffering and temptation. Cause hell's not a place, it's a myth of our own creation. From the gutter to the thrones of power, careful where you tread, cause evil's not a stranger, it's living inside your head. From that deep hole of suffering to heights of hope, not many make the climb, it's a slippery slope. From the whispers of your vices to your cries of sin, evil's not a force, it's from the mind within. This prophecy foretold will age you when you're a saint. No evil is just a myth, cause evil's the mind's intent.
So many children writhing in pain. And then there are the parents, desperate to save babies whose cries have been silenced, perhaps forever.
This is a World Trade Center bound train. The next stop is 34th Street and
I got a clutter in my head, don't stay stagnant. I know that my perception of the world's indeed a magnet. Pain is nothing, it's a fragment. I am live and in effect, scrambling, trying to devise a way. Survival is complex. I am male, I am man, it's my role to provide. Beware of the pitfalls that's waiting outside. Walking quick, you need a vehicle, you won't get far. But first you gotta build your credit if you wanna get a car. Go ahead and scoop a credit card, and in a year, fine, you can build yourself up if your payments are on time. You need a history of other lines of credit too, so double that. Still on foot while a credit company is double set. I feel like I could never get ahead, I think the system's trash. All they gotta do to keep inflating it is print the cash. The heart of the city with dreams intertwined. A little me realize it's all in my mind. From Manhattan to Brooklyn, every borough is my stage. The symphony of struggle where my pain fills the page. Full of anger, full of rage, every step defy the odds. In the belly of the beast and the twilight of the gods. From Manhattan to Brooklyn, every borough is my stage. The symphony of struggle where my pain fills the page. Full of anger, full of rage, every step defy the odds. In the belly of the beast and the twilight of the gods. Disciplined, I trained my mind. I was freezing, I was broke, I was starving. Forget about a house of cop and smoke. I'm a product of the street. I was trained to cook crack in the Pyrex and stir it up and hope it comes back. Breaking off the crumbs for poorer fiends. I sold them base loose on the streets of Forsaken Jersey, stashing bubble goose, sipping on a double deuce. If I had a couple bucks and fell asleep drunk, on the path train cause life sucked. By the time I got to 34th and stepped Manhattan Island, took a T-bone from a bag of coke, adrenal and beguiling. Walking past and never smiling, was a shadow, was a ghost. I would walk from Elias to Dykeman and Canal to Post, trying to find an opportunity, a way out, just a glimmer. Must achieve redemption for my pain. I had to be a winner even though there was no dinner. Struggle had to solve the puzzle. Everybody gets their chance in the symphony of struggle. From Manhattan to Brooklyn, every borough is my stage. The symphony of struggle with my pain fills the page. Full of anger, full of rage. Every step defy the odds. In the belly of the beast, in the twilight of the gods. 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 It was a cold night, didn't have a butt of weed in sight. Was feeling anxious down the fight, I felt nothing was going right in that taboo. That I had to pull a toast to shoot, cause they put my ass on blast and I put them all on mute. But it's permanent, turbulent streets that turn into tournament. Survival of the fittest and illest within the firmament. Bubble to keep the vermin in trouble, was known to murder men. Never left a trace, never spoken of, never heard again. So it's gotta be, I'ma get you first before you get me. And back kick your head like a dog, like a flick by Jet Li. I'm deadly like predators, hunting and skimming Loch Ness. Disturbing the beasts, like punching open the wasp nest. So it's gotta be, I'ma get you first before you get me. And back kick your head like a dog, like a flick by Jet Li. I'm deadly like predators, hunting and skimming Loch Ness. Disturbing the beasts, like punching open the wasp nest. Was slicker than a snake that hunt at night, the hiss and viper strikes. I've been rapping since she was little and eating Mike and Ike, sick mic devices. Sister, the lyrical schemes that I devise are hoarding under cash, but it's worthless. Reservists, privatized rubbish rappers as idolized gems. When I drop geometry, no stopping me. You're whacking your trash, wouldn't sell a Dollar Tree when mocking me. You quickly reminded that I'm the greatest, couldn't emulate my style and my rhythm was never famous. So it's gotta be, I'ma get you first before you get me. And back kick your head like a dog, like a flick by Jet Li. I'm deadly like predators, hunting and skimming Loch Ness. Disturbing the beasts, like punching open the wasp nest. So it's gotta be, I'ma get you first before you get me. And back kick your head like a dog, like a flick by Jet Li. I'm deadly like predators, hunting and skimming Loch Ness. Disturbing the beasts, like punching open the wasp nest. And don't wanna be, all that I want is respect and honesty. Don't promise me, just show me through actions and self-autonomy. Synonymy, my name is often spoken with the grace, but never fake. People quick to accuse and burn at the stake. You don't know me, nigga, 5% my dick. Your bottom lowly, nigga, made a fatal error mistake. And now you owe me, nigga, pay the price, but only with your life. You got the wrong guy, should've came asking me first, but now you all die. You really think I got time for gossiping online? I'm a family man, but quick with a blade to slice on the dime. As I pirouette, there's buckets of blood that splash your silhouette. I've been a vet, you haven't provided your family dinner yet. You're just a starter, son, listen to that. You have to practice harder, quick with a pen, slick with a tongue. Even got a track with a mortar, the martyr. Now who the tough one, but who the smarter? Anger like a peacock, loud as fuck, you're showing your feathers. You're soft as sheetrock. So it's gotta be, I'ma get you first before you get me. And back kick your head like a dog, like a flick by Jet Li. I'm deadly like predators, hunting and skimming Loch Ness. Disturbing the beasts, like punching open the wasp nest. So it's gotta be, I'ma get you first before you get me. And back kick your head like a dog, like a flick by Jet Li. I'm deadly like predators, hunting and skimming Loch Ness. Disturbing the beasts, like punching open the wasp nest. Wasp nest.
As the days and the weeks and the months fly by, really take time to appreciate the ones you love before they die. Are we gonna fail? No one can tell. Tell me what I gotta do to get away from this hell. I'm losing my mind, I know I gotta break out my shell and prepare myself mentally for final farewells. Are we gonna fail? No one can tell. Tell me what I gotta do to get away from this hell. I'm losing my mind, I know I gotta break out my shell and prepare myself mentally for final farewell. I love my mother, love my father, love my brother, love my sister, love my daughter, love my son, love my wife, I'm gonna miss her. See, we live our whole lives thinking that they'll never leave, but life comes and goes like the wind and the breeze. These are things we have to think about to start our preparation, like the pharaohs did for their final destination. You work your occupation, bust your hump a 9 to 5, trying to feed your family and trying to stay alive, scraggling together any kind of funds that you can get, working on your credit when you're knee deep in debt. How quick we forget and lose touch with our reality. Happiness shouldn't be synonymous with a salary. How many times have you left them alone and went to clubs when you should have been at home, giving hugs and showing love? You think I'll do it later, what if later never comes? Have a plan B to get all your children out the slum. Are we gonna fail? No one can
tell. Tell me what I gotta do to get away from this hell. I'm losing my mind, I know I gotta break out my shell and prepare myself mentally for final farewells. Are we gonna fail? No one can tell. Tell me what I gotta do to get away from this hell. I'm losing my mind, I know I gotta break out my shell and prepare myself mentally for final farewells. We are deaf, blind, and numb and suffering the boot. We won't be here forever, somehow that doesn't compute. We thirst for loot so we could indulge ourselves in these worldly pleasures, when the soul you have inside your body is the biggest treasure. Time for drastic measures, it's time to hustle for the rent. You can't make your ends meet and all cash is spent. You spiral descent, down in the abyss, feeling bad every time you try to reminisce. Thank God you exist, thank God you are here. You have to learn to overcome your obstacles and fear to get ahead in this rap race. Just turn the other cheek. My girl has a father alive, they never speak. They go to weeks, they go to months, they go to years, and all in vain. Be the bigger person, take action and break the chain. It's all subjective in your brain. Exercise your mental health, cause peace of mind is worth more than any amount of wealth. Are we gonna fail? No one can tell. Tell me what I gotta do to get away from this hell. I'm losing my mind, I know I gotta break out my shell and prepare myself mentally for final farewells. Are we gonna fail? No one can tell. Tell me what I gotta do to get away from this hell. I'm losing my mind, I know I gotta break out my shell and prepare myself mentally for final farewell. I got milk for my seeds with a check from the WIC, standing in the line embarrassed, feeling just like a dick. I know the feeling that you get when you haven't even ate and you still have to go to work knowing you have to wait. You have to stand on your feet, puff your chest and be proud, cause the world is getting colder and there's no crying aloud. Stand tall, stand proud and rise up like a rocket, cause the world is in your hands and your problems in your pocket. Be remembered as a father and a good son to your mother. Be remembered as a scholar and an off the meter lover. Be remembered as a woman, be remembered as a mommy. Be remembered as the hottest, highest class piece of punani. Be remembered as a person who would always speak the truth. Will I be remembered as the one who always lit the roof? Yo, I am the living proof that you can get through any drama. I even lost my daughter to my first baby mama. Are we gonna fail? No one can tell. Tell me what I gotta do to get away from this hell. I'm losing my mind, I know I gotta break out my shell and prepare myself mentally for final farewells.